Here are the hidden secrets of Amazon affiliate. This is a presentation that I put together and you guys are really going to enjoy. So how does FBA work? First of all, FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. And in essence, your products are stored in an Amazon warehouse with Amazon employees picking, packing, and shipping to all of your customers who buy their inventory, okay? Jeff Bezos makes a large amount of money from two things: the fees that Amazon sellers pay to utilize Amazon's platform and have an Amazon business, and Amazon consumers paying for Prime memberships. Let's get to the next point now. Arbitrage is dead. Arbitrage violates Amazon's terms of service. No one mentions it, but plenty of videos say to do it. There's so much misinformation online about selling on Amazon. So, three things about arbitrage: it's inefficient. Who has the time to run around scanning barcodes at their local Walmart, Ross, Marshalls, whatever it is, right? Target, all those places, all these retail stores. Second, it's not scalable. Okay. You cannot fulfill $100,000 worth of orders in 1 month completely by yourself. Okay. If you want to be a big Amazon seller, okay, you want to scale to big numbers, you have to have Amazon do all of your fulfillment for you. Okay. Because you're leveraging. So you're using Amazon fulfillment centers as the leverage to where you don't have to do any of the work and you can scale to bigger numbers. Okay. Third thing being, it's not long term. Okay. It's not long money. It's short money, meaning it's very, very short term. It's something that can last for 2 months, a month, 3 months, or something like that until you get suspended. Okay. Until Amazon completely takes away your selling privileges and you can't sell anymore. Okay. So arbitrage is dead. Okay. But what about selling books? What about selling books? That's another business model that a lot of people talk about, right? So it's another terrible idea. Okay. It's inconsistent, unscalable, and inefficient. It's a waste of time. Okay. This is a very unnecessary and poor business model with no real direction. Well, there are much better alternatives. Okay. So which business model, right? So if it's not arbitrage, it's not selling books, it's not private label, which is what I'm going to get into later as well. Okay. So which business model? Wholesaling name brands is the best business model. Okay. It's all done from the comfort of your computer. Okay. From home. You can start with less than $1,000. You don't need to do any marketing at all. You don't need to fulfill any orders. You don't need to source overseas and work with suppliers from China. Okay. You don't need to make an Instagram and post a bunch of content and put yourself out there. You don't have to do any of that stuff. So in a nutshell, we're sourcing name brand products in bulk from wholesalers only in the US with high demand that everyone knows, loves, and keeps ordering again and again. Like Dove soap, Samsung electronics, Colgate toothpaste, Duracell batteries, big name brand products that are well known, that make products that people are using all the time. What do you do when you run out of batteries? You get more. What do you do when you run out of toothpaste? You get more. And everyone's used to ordering everything on Amazon now. Okay. So the next point being shipping. Let's talk shipping. Okay. So shipping from the USA, working with US suppliers, it's fast, reliable, and inexpensive. Okay. One time I shipped 1,000-pound pallet that cost $300 to ship. You might say $300 to ship. That's really expensive. If you saw how much profit I was getting from the inventory and shipping 1,000-pound pallets, actually extremely inexpensive versus, China. I mean, it's ridiculously overpriced. Okay. The overseas suppliers, it's very slow, very unreliable, and very expensive. Okay. Whereas the USA, it's fast, it's reliable, it's inexpensive, right? You have a supplier in Texas, it's going to go straight to an Amazon fulfillment center in Texas in 1 week to 2 weeks max. Okay. For it to go in stock and all that stuff. So the next point being, why not private label, right? So these three big business models that are really popular online, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, selling books, private label, right? So the private label, either two things happen, one of two things, or both of these. Okay. You burn through all of your money with ads, left with no sales, okay, or barely any sales. Okay. So all that money wasted on ads with no sales or profit to show for it. Okay. Now, every customer that does somehow with a miracle buy your inventory, right? This cheap generic product overseas, they're left very disappointed that they have this poor, cheap, generic product and they're just going to return it. They're just going to leave you a 1-star review. Okay. So I wanted to tell you guys about Jose. So Jose is one of my students who came to me and said, Leon, I want to sell on Amazon and I want to scale it. Okay. So he contacted me to scale his Amazon FBA store. The next thing you know, using the strategies that I trained him on, he hits 35K in 1 month. Okay. So this is what happened when he followed my instructions inside of my one-on-one mentorship program. Okay. So I just want to show you guys this quick testimonial.
You're big. Shout out to Leon for being for that major. We've been doing this since February of 2022. Ever since then, he's helped me scale and grow it into a business. He's helping me with questions, connect with suppliers, the list goes on. With 100% regular market with Leon, it's always there to push you to the next level.
So as you guys can see, I'm going to help you every step of the way. You know, it's not only beginner training, but also advanced training as well. Okay. I also wanted to talk to you guys about Harry. So Harry is someone that did private label before he started working with me. He did like $800 in 30 days with private label. It was absolutely terrible. And then he did $3,400 in 1 week with white label. Okay. After I showed him white label is better than private label. Then he ended up doing about like almost $10,000 in 1 month. Okay. So I want to show you guys his testimony as well.
Hey everyone, this is for Leon's testimony. I've been working with Leon for about a few months now. And he is one of the best ones I've ever worked with in terms of e-commerce. I was a bit skeptical in the beginning because it was a transaction. And you don't know who could train you or scam you, but Leon really he will push you to do better and continue to keep you on track. Unlike some of the coaches out there who are not going to be able to see what money, they will just leave you or not care for the experience, I guess. He's very responsive. He usually responds very quickly. He makes everything simple for you to understand. Yeah, so go check him out.
So guys, I break everything down very simply. There's no need to overcomplicate. Okay. So as you can see, it's like every day is $500 plus, right? He's hitting $500 every day using these strategies. Okay. And then Caitlin. So Caitlin goes over how she's enjoying the Amazon FBA wholesale process. Check out what she has to say.
Has been a great mentor. Every time I have questions or concerns, he helps me to the best of his ability and he answers all of my questions. I feel like as well, whenever you're looking for a mentor or a course to take regarding Amazon, you want someone who is going to be honest and give you the tools that you need. And I feel like Leon does just that. He is honest, he's no BS, and I feel like he gives you the tools that you need in order to be successful. And because of him, I was successfully able to launch my store and source my winning products. So thank you, Leon, for helping me along the way and helping me achieve this.
So shout out to Jose, you know, Harry, Caitlin for following instructions and sticking with it and getting good results from it. Because if you learn everything, but you don't implement it, then what's the point? So you have to learn and you have to implement, right? The right strategy to get the results that you want. So, and then Caitlin went from doing $0 to $886 her first 2 weeks on Amazon FBA. And then she ended up with $1,000 balance in her Amazon account by like the 3rd week. And then the sales just kept going and going. So, she has her visiting Amazon customers, making orders daily now. Okay, selling these name brand products that everyone knows and loves, spending $0 on ads. So she's able to profit off of wholesaling name brand items on Amazon without physically touching a single product or any boxes, anything like that. Okay. So, I failed at first. Okay, I did start with arbitrage. I got my account suspended. And after I got my account back, I got the suspension lifted. I switched to white label wholesale. Okay. So this is one of my best weeks on Amazon FBA, over $13,000, all working from home. Okay. I was a college dropout to an online business owner. Okay. So I went to college for 2 years, studying business, only to realize that school is not for everyone. And I needed to drop out to be free. I felt like I didn't belong in school. I felt like I belonged out there more independently doing my own thing. Okay. So I'm curious if person watching this right now, if you can relate, okay, do you also not like school and want to be an entrepreneur instead of, working a 9 to 5 or whatever while doing what you want when you want? Okay. Because that's certainly how it was. So there's also a published article here. I have a bunch of published articles on me. You can find them in my Linktree. If you want my Linktree, you can just message me for it. Okay. So let's be real here. Okay. People need to learn that white label wholesale is the way to go. It's the best business model for Amazon affiliate, period. Okay. It's either that or you do private label. Now, private label, that can work, but you need a lot more capital, $40,000, $30,000 is a good start for private label. But with white label, you can get started with less than $1,000. Okay. So I know what people want, right? Because I wanted these things too whenever I started selling on Amazon as my motivation, right? So I wanted to replace my 9 to 5. No one wants to work 40 hours a week for the rest of their lives. Okay. You can't get that time back, right? What would you rather spend that time on? Doing the things that you like, spending time with your family. Most people can afford to travel, but their boss can only give them so many days off. It's about having the time off to do it, right? So when you live that laptop lifestyle, right, wherever you go, you just bring your laptop, a Wi-Fi hotspot, you do your business from anywhere in the world, right? Whenever I travel, I put my business in my backpack. Got my laptop, my charger, my mouse, my Wi-Fi hotspot. I'm set. Okay. I also wanted to talk about Brian. I have a lot of testimonies, guys. It would take way too long to go through every single one in this, but I just wanted to reference Brian because he sold books. Okay. So it's no surprise Brian stopped selling books when I showed him the best alternative, which is white label. Okay. You guys need to be like Brian. Don't do a business model on Amazon that sucks. Okay. White label is the best one. So let's see what he has to say.
Hey guys, my name is Brian Jers. I've been selling on Amazon for about 1.6 years. For the past month and a half, I've been working with Leon. He's been a great help. Mainly in the past, I sold books on Amazon, a lot of work to find books and then ship them out myself. Leon has showed me how to buy products from suppliers and ship them directly to Amazon, freeing up my time and the labor portion of the business. So now if I want to, I can work from my room. It's a great opportunity. Leon is an amazing person. He's there when you need him. And that means a lot for a mentor or a coach. So I definitely encourage you to work with him. I've worked with many different mentors before, and I have to say that Leon is one of the best.
So shout out to Brian. Thank you, Brian. It really humbles me to hear what people have to say about working with me, because that tells me I'm doing my job of wanting to be the best Amazon coach. There's all these other coaches out there that have this big team, all this stuff with it's just me. Okay. I don't have a team. So if you're looking to work with someone one-on-one, I can definitely help you with that. And there's a common pattern. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a common pattern in these testimonies that I'm showing you is that I respond quickly. I'm a good mentor. I help and show you every step of the way and save people time and money and stress and trial and error. And they only have good things to say about working with me. Okay. So another point I want to get into. Okay. So enough of the testimonies for now. So Amazon sells over $1 billion daily. Okay. That's more than the population of USA, Canada, and the UK combined. Right? It's pretty crazy, right? So what about some more stats? So more than 50% of Amazon sales comes from third-party resellers. Okay, people like me sitting on my butt in my office, selling these name brand products. Okay, and I don't have to touch a single box. Okay, so what's the irony here, right? What's ironic is that Amazon customers think that they're buying brands from the brand itself, right? I'm sure you probably think this too. I'm sure you think that name brand item that you bought today or last week or whatever on Amazon, that let's face it, we all order things on Amazon all the time, right? So you probably thought that it came from the brand. That's actually false. Okay. Most of the time, it's just a third party reseller like me. You could have bought it by me, who knows? Right. So Amazon is a glorified eBay. Okay. It's just a huge market for third party resellers with easy shopping and access to the customers, right? So it works like this. All these resellers, right? And here's the market. People who like buying stuff on Amazon. It's super easy to buy stuff on Amazon. Everyone loves buying stuff on Amazon now. And people, we're in this era, right? What era are we in? Instead of going to 3 different stores to buy these different items, right? Let's say you have to go to the grocery store to get some things. You have to go to Home Depot to get some things. You have to go to Best Buy to get something, whatever. Okay. Instead of that's going to take time, right? You have to drive to each place, blah, blah, blah. Instead, you can sit on Amazon for 10 minutes, check out, and you're done. And 2 days later, it's at your doorstep, right? That's just the era that we live in. Okay. So you got to get with the times. All right. So I want to show you a timeline, like some milestones. So in October of 2018, I started e-commerce, right? I dropped out of college. Then I started with Shopify and eBay. Okay. And I started with Shopify and eBay. I had to do a lot of marketing. I had to build websites. I had to fulfill orders. I had to create listings. A lot of hassle went into it. Okay. Brand building, all that stuff. Then in August of 2019, I started with arbitrage on Amazon. Okay. I ended up getting suspended. And then in October of 2019, I started Amazon FBA wholesale. Okay. Fast forward to 2023, I have helped over 200 people learn the best strategy for hitting 6 figures a year on Amazon FBA without investing $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 into private label. Okay. And I've done very, very well for myself on my own personal story. Okay. So I want to go over again what some people are saying. Okay. So I have about 23 video testimonials and almost 90 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So Drake said it's simple and structured. 10 out of 5 stars. I actually have a YouTube video on my YouTube channel where I was asking Drake how he liked the mentorship on a Zoom call that I had with him. And he said this, it was like, Leon, 10 out of 5 stars. And it really humbled me to hear people say this. So he's like, Leon has been great, extremely patient mentor, given that he was highly hesitant and skeptical initially. He really was, right? I can understand. You get on these calls and you can be super skeptical, all that stuff. There's a lot of scammers and stuff, right? So the step-by-step mentorship makes it really digestible and far much easier than being unsure about everything that comes to Amazon FBA is basically what it is saying. Okay. And then Sarah said, Leon's always answering my questions. He's always been attentive to helping me succeed. Okay. He gave me the best blueprint, and I'm glad to have met him and would have him in my connections. I'd recommend Leon. Okay. If you're trying to sell on Amazon, right, the right way, I would recommend Leon. Right? That's a common pattern with the other written testimonies here. I don't know how long it would take for me to sit here and go through all of them, but so I want to know, do you want to learn Amazon FBA wholesale? Okay, if so, book a call with me. We can hop on Zoom, okay, a free Zoom call. We can go over your situation, see what's going on, where do you need help, see if we're a good fit to work together. Okay, if so, great. Good luck. I hope we can start working together. We'll use these tips and go out and start your Amazon FBA business. Okay. For more about me and what I do, check out my Linktree. Okay. Here's the link right here. I can even post a link in the comments. Okay. And then for more about Amazon FBA white label, the best business model for Amazon. Okay. Check out my free ebook. Okay. The 5-step blueprint to sell on Amazon. I actually have that as a pinned post inside of this Facebook group. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. Comment down your questions and message me. Feel free to message me. Feel free to book a call and we can go ahead and go over your situation and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.